seen any of my other videos, especially my recent home tour, then you know that I'm not an extreme minimalist yet, but that is my goal eventually. And I want to share my reasons for wanting to be more of an extreme minimalist or just a generally minimalist. So the first reason for me may sound a little bit morbid to some, but I don't take it as such. So the reason is that when I pass away one day, I don't want that somebody else will need to go through all the stuff that I have collected for decades. I just, I think I think it can be a very difficult thing because you're already grieving that person, and then you need to go through all this stuff. It just, at the end of the day, they are just stuff. Like, they can be important to you, but they may not be important for your kids. So this is one reason why I want to be more of an extreme minimalist. I don't want to have to go through somebody else's things one day, which there is a possibility I may need to do one day, and I don't look forward to it. But I don't want to do that for somebody else. This kind of reason, it came to me maybe just only last year when I realized that I don't want to do that. But this was not my main reason for wanting to become an extreme minimalist. The second reason, and that is very important for me, is that having less stuff at home makes me feel less stressed and anxious. I can already see also that ever since we moved into this larger home, we got rid of quite a lot of things before we moved, and even after we moved here, that it just feels so much more peaceful here, and I feel more relaxed here. I really love having less things on the shelves and less visual clutter. It really helps with my mental health. Although if I lived alone, my home would be probably even emptier. My third reason for wanting to be more minimalist is it's so much easier to clean. As I already mentioned, that less visual clutter means less stress for me. It's also making cleaning so much easier. I don't need to remove a bunch of things from the surfaces in order to be able to clean the shelves, for example. Or when I want to clean the floors, I don't need to remove a whole bunch of things in order to be able to hoover and mop the floors. The only thing that I need to do is remove all my cat's toys from under the dining table, which can be a little bit annoying sometimes when he has a lot of toys out, but I love my cat, and this is just a little something that I need to do, and I also don't want to deprive him and not have his toys out when he gets zoomies. The fourth reason why I want to be an extreme minimalist is that it saves me money. I don't spend money on flowers, decorations, or even seasonal decor items. I don't have any kind of Christmas decorations. I don't buy jewelry, makeup, perfumes, nail polishes, all that stuff. I used to buy these things in the past. I don't buy anymore. I don't also buy fast fashion clothes or clothes that are trendy only that one season, and I also try to find ways to owning items. I prefer to, in case possible, I try to borrow an item. For example, instead of buying books, we borrow a book from library, or if we need some tools, we try to borrow from my partner's mom. For example, we have borrowed steam cleaner and even hair dryer when we needed to remove one very strong tape. We borrowed hair dryer instead of buying it because I don't use it, and I certainly didn't want to buy it for that one time when I need it. And it's easier for me to rather own less than to own all these large items. We have also borrowed a steam cleaner in the past, and this is such item that takes up a lot of space. It's really huge. It has a lot of extra parts, and it's also very expensive. So instead of owning that item at home, I borrow it from my partner's mom. But if she didn't have it, I probably just wouldn't use it, and I would be fine without it. But my previous place, it had lots of carpets, so carpets, they just made me feel that they get dirty very fast, so it was easy to be able to use the steam cleaner for that. Also, buying less items and prioritizing quality over quantity can reduce long-term costs. And buying less means that I can also save money and put money on the side for emergencies. For example, I don't know if we would have been able to afford all these medical costs for my cat over the years if it weren't for minimalism, because thanks to not spending money on all these little knickknacks and all these unnecessary objects, we actually have put money on the side in case we need to go to the vet with our cat, which my cat is senior and he has lots of health problems, so we go to the vet with him. I don't know how many times we even went last year. Let's just say that it was more than 3 times. I think 4 times plus some other specialists. So it makes me feel good that we have this opportunity to put money on the side and save it instead of spending it for random stuff that we don't need. Another reason for me to be more of an extreme minimalist is that it makes moving from one place to another so much easier. We are certainly not there yet that I could say that we packed everything we own into our car and just moved. We needed to go back and forth a few times, and I would like to hope that in the future it will be even less times. Although now we own this really large swing in the balcony, on the balcony, that we certainly need to rent a van next time when we move. But this is something for the future and I don't want to think about that right now. But my own personal things, they fit into small luggage, which I'm very happy about, and I wish that I could fit everything into a carry-on, because this is just my personal small goal, but I think that won't be very possible because winter coats and such things, they just take up more space. Another reason why I want to be more of a minimalist is decision fatigue reduction. Fewer choices make daily decision making so much easier, especially in my wardrobe. I don't spend unnecessarily too much time thinking what to wear today. And the last reason for me to be more of an extreme minimalist is an environmental impact, to cause less waste and to be more sustainable and kinder for the planet. Consuming less means also less packaging, less fast fashion, fewer electronics, and also no wasteful decorations that in the end just end up in the landfill and there is just too much crap there already. So there you have it. These are my reasons why I want to be an extreme minimalist. Leave me in the comments below if any of these reasons resonate with you and what is your main reason for living more minimally. Thanks so much for watching and see you next time. Bye bye!